Well, it's what time is it? I'll tell you what time it is. It's about, yeah, it's 8:02 a.m. on the 21st of the 1st, and as you can hopefully see behind me, we've got this incredible sunrise. So I thought I'd try and catch it on film, even though I was just downstairs. I've just been in the bath. Been up for ages. I've already been up since 3:30 a.m. Anyway, I haven't even made my bed though, because I went and had a bath and I'm just getting ready downstairs when I saw out of the window on the landing this incredible sunrise. It's so red. Let's just zoom in a wee bit because it's not picking up in the full realm. Well, it isn't on my phone. It might do on the big screen because it looks a lot darker in reality and a lot redder that it's showing up here right now. Let's zoom in a bit more to where that tree is. They look really pretty. There. Oh look, it looks like it's got eyes from the house behind it where the windows are positioned. I mean the Velux windows and the roof behind the tree. It looks like two eyes. And the roof looks interesting, doesn't it? The detail from its tiles. You see, it's really frosty this morning. Look at the sunlight on my camera lens. Let's just check there's no dirt there. No, it's the way the light's falling. I thought it was, but I thought it's best to be sure. You see the red global thing? It looks like a red thumbprint on it, but it isn't. It's always there when the light's like this. Let's have a look. Oops, I don't want. It's actually so cold. It's -4. Or I don't know if it is now, but it was -4 outside this morning. I just want to get to a slightly better angle to try and show you how red it is. Now, although it looks really gorgeous, it's sadly also really toxic. I mean, look. I find it really difficult these days to spot CHEM-free skies when there's clouds about. I mean, I can clearly see the ridges here and how toxic this is really. And the sad thing is, people take pictures of this going, oh wow, what beautiful sky. When really the reason why I switched my camera on was because I thought, actually that looks really toxic. It looks a bit like, just looks really toxic. Now they do say red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. That's the phrase which has always been going here. Let's just check out the opposite side, right? And see if that is going to, hang on a sec. My hair keeps getting caught because this jumper's got zips all the way up. Actually, that's not a bad idea, putting my hood up because it's so cold. And I've I'm just looking because it's a bit pointy, but anyhow. I've weakened and put the heating on. Let's just, hang on a second. I want to try and show you this, even though it's all messy because it's all I usually tidy first thing on the morning. This is a light bulb which I got, which I think is really cool. Look at the way the light falls off it though. It's all glass. I just thought, how interesting. And the pattern it makes off the wall actually reminds me a little bit. Don't ask me why I want to say this, but as I say, it reminds me a bit of a hedgehog. But in actual fact, what it really reminds me of is, oh, crikey, I can't even think what you call it now. You know, like Swarovski crystals, if they're in this kind of shape. I don't mean circular, I mean when they're cut out. In fact, I watched the film Beautiful Minds the other day, and in that he gives his future wife, John Nash gives his future wife, a crystal, and it's exactly the same as one which my granny gave me when I was a kid, which, oh, there's a long story behind that, but not for now. The long and short is I haven't seen one of those ever anywhere before, and then in this film I'm like, oh my God, pause it, pause it, pause it. That's exactly what I've been looking for, to show people just recently. Anyway, never seen one before or since. Now this crane's moving. Let's have a look at the sky as well. I just want to try and prove that this sunset is more toxic than what people realise. Well, you can see that, I hope, that where the chems have been sprayed, you see? The lines above us. That crane's so fascinating. But I'll go into it another time purely because I just wanted to show the sky, and now I want to go over to the other side and compare it, you see. And also I'm stood right beneath my radiator, and seeing as I weaken and put it on, I feel a bit bad that I've got the window wide open, looking at the sky. I just zoom into one little feature, because I know some people are watching that, I'm like, how does she know that that's a chem cloud sky? Well, check this out, and tell me this is natural. I want to stay fuzzy now. Don't drop the camera, please. All these little lines down there. See that line there? There's loads of giveaways. I mean, if anyone can remember what clouds were originally like back in days of old, before we started getting polluted by all these chems, they weren't like they are now. Now let's look at this side again. Look, you can see it clearing. You can see the chem streams. You can see the chem clouds. So I'm glad I put this on, even though I wasn't necessarily putting it on to rant on about this. It's actually giving a good example of it, isn't it, for us? Without even trying to look at all the blackbirds flying over. Well, some of them are crows, but blackbirds sounded so much nicer than crows, didn't it? I just want to zoom in again, but it's so difficult with this window. One moment. I'm looping my camera around like that so that I can't drop it. Don't know if you can tell, but I've looped it. I like it when I do stuff like this and the birds start flying over. So we're just zooming into this tree initially, because it does look beautiful, don't get me wrong, obviously. In parts it looks beautiful, it's just such toxic colours. And it's the cloud formation around, like, I've come miles forward now to show you. All of this here, it's like what I call, I've always called them chem clouds or chem haze, it depends. There's different variations. Look at that there, it looks like a Superman symbol right in the middle of the screen now. I mean, I could do this for probably half hour and show you the different varying layers of the chem sky as it is streamed, well, from the start where they stream it to where it dissipates. It'd be easy to do a time-lapse thing and really get like a good picture in of how it happens. And then it goes from like this chem cloudy stuff to what I call chem haze. Let's just look right above me. I can't do that camera angle right this second now. So what we'll do is we'll just come back in and we'll wrap this up. Now, I'll just show you though, up there it's starting to dissipate a little bit in patches, and it'll become chem haze most likely today. I don't know, we've had some blue skies really. Oh, recently. I'll just say goodbye to the sunrise. There you are. There it goes. I could keep filming, couldn't I, for another 5 minutes? Well, I was just going to talk really. Hang on, let me just get my hand unhooked. I want to look out this side again as well. See the line there? The lines, should I say? And look how they go down here. So cold. I mean, you can't really tell how cold it is now, unless I was maybe to zoom into the grass. Well, you could just see how frozen solid it is. This is one of those mornings where it's really good to not be... Oh, it's Merlin Cat. Really good to not be at work, because it wouldn't have started till late because the gallops would have been frozen. Good girl. Good girl. Look, she's doing a lot better, aren't you, missus? This cold weather's certainly helped her jackets start to grow back in better order. Good girl, Merlin. Go on then, do a show-off roll or something, seeing as you've stolen the limelight. But look, she's still really bored between her back legs. Now, if that's the only part that she's going to keep looking at, it's not as bad as the alternative, obviously. And like last time that she's been on film, she has been pretty much naked on her bum. And she hasn't got mange, I can assure you of that. If only she And if only she had have had mange, it would have been so much easier, wouldn't it? So, look at her now. She's such a show-off. Oh, and then I put the camera on so she jumps up. Go on, Merlin, do your rolls. Yay! Good girl. Oh yeah, who's perfect? I have to have my rugs like that because otherwise a certain somebody decides to do the claws out thing where you can see actually, here look, that's where she tears the rug up. And because I've got an antique rug here, which is folded over, I'll show you actually. This is my antique rug, which is folded over. I mean, the pattern's like different from that as you get in. And this is a rug, these are from my grandparents. This rug's, well, you can see the pattern, it's just that obviously the real rug isn't like that. And you can see where Merlin's gone to town on it. She's a little rascal, aren't you, Merlin? So that's why I have my rugs packed. I never actually even thought to mention that before. It never seemed worthy of mentioning. But that is why I have my rugs turned over, because my cat is a little rascal. And actually, I've just realised I could put them back up now, because I had my roof fixed the other day. So I'm like, how exciting. How exciting. I've got my roof fixed. Right, well, seeing as we're still filming, I'll just show you this, and then I'll sign out. I've got loads of videos to make because I was so far behind with the Christmas Eve footage, and then even though I had done the New Year's Day footage as well, because I was so far behind, I was like really reluctant to post anything else up. Because if I had have done, I just don't like getting behind on footage. It's really cringe-worthy watching yourself back. Because I had to edit the Christmas Eve footage so much. Just check the time. Yeah, I'm okay. Because I had to edit that much so much. It's mad footage though, because it's got time jumps all over. And ironically, where I've edited, it looks seamless pretty much. Well, it looks seamless because that's how, if I've got to edit, I make it look seamless or I don't bother, you know, I just would bin it because I don't like it if it's still jumping around. But it is jumping around regardless, where I haven't even edited it. It gets faster and slower. It's mad footage. But then I was filming the Minster, which is like sister church to York Minster and very, very occult and esoteric. So that's no wonder really, is it? Anyway, now that that's done, I can like make some more videos and start getting stuff uploaded. I have been keeping notes and stuff. Like, I'll just see. Videos to make. I've got 3 rough videos just written here. So, and I've got another one which I forgot to write down on that list. Because I have been feeling inspired. So anyway, whilst I've been sat chatting to you, the sunset's completely, well, the sun's risen, should I say. It wasn't when I was just first talking. And as you can see this well, I don't even need to zoom into it, you can see very clearly. Let me just get to the other side of that. The difference between a normal sky and clouds and a toxically induced sky and clouds. Now, let's just zoom in a wee bit. Oh, it wants to fuzz up though. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus for me for some reason. There, that's better. You see that? I mean, that does look pretty. It's just a shame that it's toxically so. And it's a shame that kids these days, I know I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again, because it really does bother me, that children these days do not know the difference between a CHEM sky and a sky as we would call a normal sky from before they started spraying everything all the time. And that's such a shame, isn't it? Because how can they possibly ever differentiate the difference when they have nothing to compare to, you know? So let's just hope and pray that thanks to the videos which do show proper sky, and we don't always have chem haze out there, we do have clear days too, you know, it's not always a really toxic sky, is it? It's just unfortunately these days it's sadly often more toxic than it is chem-free. Look at those chimneys next to me, they're all pointy and prickly. Whereas mine is nothing like that. Anyhow, listen, I need to rush in and we need to go because we're over time. Come on, Merlin, let's say bye. Make Merlin say bye. Oh, she didn't like that. She's like, Mum, don't do that. Is she in shock? Yeah, I think she is. Thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you soon, won't we? Say bye. Mwah. Bye. Go on, you have to go in here, sweetheart. Oh, bye. Oh, good girl, Merlin. You're a good girl.